So, thank you so much for agreeing to this interview today. And with your permission, I'd like to ask you the first question.
Please go ahead. Pleasure is all mine.
So, with your extensive international education experience, how do you integrate global perspectives into Marble City's operations, particularly in sourcing materials and expanding market reach?
Nice question. I think the biggest takeaway by having international exposure in education is that whenever you go to do an international business, may it be selling, buying, or any kind of a joint venture, and I think all of them have been through with Marble City through the process of time, has been that first of all, I think you become sensitive to different cultures. You realize that there is a cultural gap which you need to fulfill. At the same time, you find a common language, the common language of friendship, trust, which overarches everything else. So you like to build familiarity with your potential partner and build on that with that partner. I think that's the most important thing. Once you build that relationship, I think language barriers and all of them melt away.
Right, definitely. So the next question is, considering rapid technological advancements, what emerging trends do you foresee shaping the marble and natural stone industry in the next decade? And how is Marble City preparing to capitalize on these changes?
So again, a good question. Big disruptions happening through technology. I think in the business of marble and similar natural stones. So one should always remember that these products are primarily used for our homes and office buildings. So the usage remains the same, but how we discover the product, the journey towards discovering is changing into the digital world. We
Right.
have more options to enjoy these products sitting in the comfort of our home. We have better ways to depict it. We have Insta Reels, so we can visualize better. We have tools like Pinterest, which will give you several options as to what you can how your space would look like with this particular range. So discovery is going through a massive change. Earlier, people used to go physically to our mother stores to see these products again and again. Today, the discovery takes place at home, and then we are having walkthrough applications for our inventory through our showrooms. So there again, you can, sitting at the comfort of your home, you can see what you like, and then in the end, because these are natural products, you love the touch and feel, and that's when you come and go and do the physically, or you can even do it through sampling. I think
Definitely.
that's the biggest disruption, and it's going to become more and more prevalent. In terms of its usage being a natural product, I think it will be the inspiration of many man-made products,
Right.
and which it is encouraging us to go into man-made products which are also being made in high quality and specifications, to not necessarily always replace marble, but sometimes to utilize the look and feel of marble into spaces which is difficult to do with marble. For example, if you would like to have a ceiling which looks like marble, you will not be able to easily paste marble because it's heavy. But
Right.
we have man-made products which look like that very much, and you can use it on the ceiling to give a holistic approach.
Got it. So, as the national president of the PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, plus your involvement with various industry bodies, how do you feel these roles influence your strategic decisions at Marble City, particularly in fostering industry partnerships and advocating for policy changes?
I think the biggest advantage of me being a national president was, first of all, my visibility for myself and my brand really opened up because we are more than 150,000 companies within India.
Right.
Secondly, we have more than 2,000 MOUs across the world. So me as a international business person, visibility increased throughout the world. And secondly, I would think that it really gave me a bouncing board to think about what should be the future growth prospects of Marble City.
Right.
What can we do in the near future or the long term, medium future? What is coming, around the world? And how should I consider my business again as a startup instead of a traditional industry? I think it really gave me a great outside view as to how to grow the business with a new energy and vigor.
Got it. So, diverting a bit from Marble City, you recently invested in India Sotheby's International Realty, and joined as president. So, what inspired your diversification from the marble industry to real estate consultancy, and how do you kind of see this move impacting both the industries respectively?
So great question. So that opportunity really took me as a surprise
Mm.
when the global president of International Sotheby's, which has more than 1,000 offices, really connected me and reached out to me because of my platform in the PhD Chamber of Commerce. They felt that I was the kind of a leader with a background in business and with a visibility amongst industry to really become a part of them. So I could see a lot of common strings because being in Marble City, a growing, nurturing Marble City, I was already connected to the real estate
Mhm.
through high net worth individuals and through organized spaces, developments like hotels, motels, residential condominiums. So all the people who were in the real estate sector, I already knew them.
Yeah.
With this kind of banner or other hat on me, I was able to create more trust for both my businesses. So I
Mm.
think there's a follow-up question which you would have in your mind.
Yeah.
So Marble City benefited from my relationship with Sotheby's because I brought in more trust to my existing customer, new customer, being associated in a leadership position with a brand like Sotheby's International Realty. And
Got
Sotheby's International Realty benefited because when I'm going to a developer or a large real estate player, I have probably serviced them through product in my journey in the last 25 years. So we already have commonality in terms of trust, in terms of how we do business with each other.
Mhm.
And Marble being a natural product, the tools which were available to the customer to evaluate quality were very less. So they trusted us. So our relationship was not only on the basis of product, it was also on trust. So when we shifted that trust into a domain like Southeast International Realty, the journey was continuous and easy.
Got it. Got it. Makes sense. So, how does your experience in adapting Marble City's business strategies during economic fluctuations inform your approach to managing India Sotheby's through similar challenges in the real estate market, which we know has seen like ups and downs in the past few years?
Beautiful question again. I think two, the biggest link which I found was that both of them go up in demand hand in hand.
Got it.
Having said that, you can see the direction upward in terms of demand of imported marble or marble as such, and you can see the demand of real estate being commensurate to that. But the discovery of business could be not the same time. For example, when we do a development of a large real estate residential project, it's a 5 to 7 year journey. So you first buy land, you construct, you sell. In these initial 3 years, there is no demand for marble. Maybe in the last 2 years, there's demand for marble when you're finishing the project.
Yeah.
So you get a sense of that the direction is in the same way, but the discovery of business could be different for different both of them. That's the big learning.
Right. So the one of the last questions I wanted to ask you was you have many globally recognized clients at Marble City like Tata, Hyatt, Adani, and more. So what has been your strategy in acquiring such big names as clients, and how do you suggest an upcoming entrepreneur to look and network further?
So I think the biggest strength which we have had in being able to acquire them was one, being transparent, projecting trust, and thirdly, most importantly, was having always the competency to do the job well. So
Right.
once you're competent and you're able to build the trust, then you can really amplify that as you go along. And that's true for all the new ventures which I'm doing and for all the new people who are coming to the world of business because technology is going to disrupt all the ways in which we are all doing the same businesses. But what will remain constant will be the trust and relationship which you are able to build with the potential customer or partner. Once you're able to do that and maintain that, and the second part is obviously always being current and having the competency to do the job in the best way. So be on the top in your effort, in your business, in your strategy, in your ability to deliver, and amplify that and maintain that with a continuous effort with trust.
So just following up on that, just one last question I wanted to ask you was what advice would you give to young professionals aspiring to excel in both traditional and kind of new and upcoming dynamic industries?
So I tell you what I tell both my daughters again and again, that you are born at the golden age.
Mm.
You can dream for whatever you want to become, because our entire ecosystem is offering that to you, which we didn't have in our time when we were younger. And be true to your heart, give it your best, and definitely you will succeed. It has never happened in India before that you could dream of whatever you want to be and work hard towards it, and you will reach success.
I think that's some great advice for everyone to know. So thank you so much, and that commends the interview.
Thank you.